Mm, 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 mm. I gotta go. Okay, for our first recipe, we're going to be making the jalapeno sauce. And that really is it's simple as far as ingredients goes. It is 10 jalapenos and half of an onion and sour cream and kosher salt, and that's it. If you've never diced an onion before, this is how you're going to want to go about it. Cut this end off. Peel this away. Cut your onion in half. You're going to want to peel off this outer layer. Once you have the outer layer of skin peeled off, you've got your raw onion ready to go. Just take your knife, go about 1/4 inch from the bottom. Just carefully work your knife toward the back, but you don't want to slice out the back side. You don't want to cut that root. That's what makes you cry. Go back this way. Up a little bit more. Remember, I'm not going through the back side. Okay? And we're just going to take some slices across the top here. And across the front. Nice even dice. Bending your knuckles. Keeping your finger back. Finish off the bottom end. Like so. And we have a nice diced onion. So now we're on to the jalapenos, and you've noticed, if you're paying attention, there's been a little bit of a wardrobe change. This is to save myself from pain, and I'll explain as we go. So we're going to set our other jalapenos aside. We're going to work on one at a time. Chop off the end, down the center, and you're going to want to have rubber gloves on like this so that you can take your thumb and go down the center and take out all the seeds and the vein. Depending on how hot you want it, I take all the seeds and the vein out of 5 of my 10. The rest I leave in because I love spice. We're just going to strip those out and on to our next one. And across, thumb, get that out of there. The reason you wear the gloves is so that you can take out the vein and the seeds, and then later, even if you wash your hands, sometimes the chemical from the insides of the jalapeno will stay on your fingers, and then if you touch your face, it can, burn your eyes or whatever else. So anyway, that's why I wear gloves when I'm doing this part of this job. Okay, a major disclaimer for this next part. Some people are really affected by this. So if you've got breathing problems, or you're just really affected by smoke or things like that, makes you wheeze or cough, you might want to skip this next part and go on to the next sauce. But this is kind of a critical section for this sauce. We're going to be frying the jalapenos, and some people can't take it. My family usually evacuates the room when I'm doing this. But it is well worth it to do this step if you can. So you can get the burnt edge on the skin of the jalapenos, but I just got to put that warning out there. So this part can be a little bit rough, but anyway, let's get to it. Okay, for this next part, we're going to get a frying pan and dump in either olive oil or vegetable oil. It doesn't matter which. Coat your pan really nice and well. Make sure your pan is nice and hot. When your pan is nice and hot, go ahead and drop in your onions and jalapenos. Everybody in the pool. We want the onions and the jalapenos to just start to char up just a little bit. That right there is looking pretty good. We're nice and charred pretty much all the way around. We've got some char on the jalapenos and on our onions, so we're good right there. Okay, our next step is going to require a blender, and we're going to drop all of our ingredients from our pan into our blender. Next, you're going to add a tablespoon of kosher salt, 16 ounces of sour cream, go ahead and give that a whirl. There you go, with some beautiful jalapeno sauce. The last step to making jalapeno sauce is you have to let it cool. So go ahead and put this in like a squeeze bottle like this and throw it in the fridge for a couple hours. When you're ready to serve, go ahead, take it out, throw it on anything you want. It is so good. Okay, we're moving right along to our next sauce. This is going to be our Chipotle cream sauce, and this is going to take one small can of Chipotles in Adobo sauce and 16 ounces, this is a little bit bigger, but I'm going to only use about 16 ounces of sour cream, a tablespoon of kosher salt, and 2 tablespoons of chili powder. This recipe is really easy. Basically, you're going to just toss everything into your blender. There's no frying or dicing or cutting or chopping or anything like that. So all of your Chipotle and adobo sauce in, your salt in, and your chili pepper, chili powder, and about 16 ounces of sour cream. Everything into your blender and do it. Go ahead and pour all of that into a squeeze bottle or into a bowl. We use this on tacos and breakfast burritos and all kinds of stuff. So a squeeze bottle works really good for our family. So that's it for my Chipotle cream and jalapeno sauce on the chip. So good. You gotta try this.